Hi, good morning. It is Friday. We've got a lot of energy today, so we're all very excited. Booyah. It is Friday's channeling of Odyssey of Ascension. I'm Roxanne, and I'll be channeling for you today. So let's see what the has in store. Is that the right word?
No.
I know, I'm a little off today. Left of center. Very exciting. Okay, yeah, all right. You know, but before we start, I want to shout out to all the YouTube people that have been commenting. Joe T, Gaia, Sai, I don't know, there's just so many. Wendy, you know, Woohoo is out there. You're all I love you, and I love your comments, and I love the personal messages, especially Joe T yesterday. That was awesome. You made my heart leap. I love you. And Agent D and Barry Connolly. Oh, awesome. So thank you guys so much again for co-creating this with us. It's only shifting in the entire collective, and it's awesome. Keep bringing the thunder. I love you guys. Booyah. I know, I need a second. It's like, cut it out. Oh, here we go. And greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius from the Oversoul Collective Fire. The family, fire as you know it, and all of us that are in that idea, in that connection idea. So you want to be a channeler. Lots of people inquisitive about becoming channelers this day. And let's say we'll be echoing, maybe Seth will step in, echoing some ideas from Seth that he's brought forward, as well as Bashar, as well as, let's say, this entire collective's understanding of all that is, to give you an idea of what it is to channel. Now, we are by no way authoritative on channeling, okay? Each channeler is an individual idea of that idea. Remember, channeling in and of itself is a definition. And within definition is always encoded, in this paradigm, the idea that encompasses within that definition of how it works, what it is, what it results, and all the stuff of 3D logic that will come into play. Now, in that idea of channeling, we'll give you a perspective from that of Seth. The idea is to view yourself as a vibrational frequency, which you are, and we brought that forth through many ideas, many of the, let's say, channelers. And in that fashion, you are vibrating at said A frequency. Your higher self is part of that A frequency, but you are in that fashion a slower vibration to collapse light and collapse this down into physical reality, to experience that of all that is within this paradigm of 3D space-time. Now, in that idea of channeling, you raise your frequency just from this perspective by trusting your thoughts. So all of you have had an experience at one point of your life or another where you just spoke without thinking and the words flowed out absolutely effortlessly. Stand by. Mosquito. Effortlessly. So that flow is your higher self, because you're not thinking down here. Okay? You're analyzing, you're, let's say, comprehending, but you're not pure thought. Your pure thought in that idea from the conceiving mind is you channeling down to you, and it's only filtered through the receiving brain mind and that of your perceiving belief system mind. We've said this before. Now, in that fashion, your trust is the vibrational connection to your higher self to just allow. I am Roxanne's higher self. One of them, we have many here. But she was comfortable in that idea of hearing and listening and connecting with this idea that I presented to her, which is her, but in that separation for clarity. All right. So she tunes in to me by raising her vibration, and I tune into her by, in a way, don't think this negative, lowering the vibration to meet in the middle. But that idea is not that of lower or higher, and please don't judge it as what we're saying. And in that, there's a point that becomes a new self in that fashion, a blending of me and a blending of Roxanne. And in that, we give impartations. She translates those and brings them forth to the collective in the manner that you see before you. Now, that's the easiest way we have perceived through all the collective. That is, let's say, your beginnings of channeling. Trust your thoughts. Write them down. Automatic writing. All of you are very familiar. It is the trust factor that you are believing the words that you're getting and not fearing of the results of that word on how it will be viewed to the outside world, as relative or not. Because in that fashion, if you are fearing that, then literally you are disrupting the connection to higher and higher and higher and higher ideas. All of the ideas come from all that is. And that idea of them collapsing down to the idea of translatable vibrational understanding to you, and then you bring it forth as an idea to the collective. And that idea, when you are laced or conditioned with fear or, let's say, fear, simple as that, that will in a way disrupt the connection. You have to tune in better, get rid of the static, so to speak, in that idea to have higher and higher thoughts. Many of you that have been following Roxanne have seen a different vibrational understanding of what she's bringing forth. More higher, more understanding, more, let's say, deep concept ideas. For now, she is raising her vibration in that idea to connect to higher ideas available to her. Much like all of you are letting go of way down here within the conditioning belief systems and not dare go beyond that and actually speak your own thoughts that your higher self is giving you. You've shed that, and now you connect to that, and you just bring forth, and you may not think you're channeling, but you are. You bring forth ideas that come from nowhere to an equatable experience of the past. So this in and of itself is channeling. Now, there are open channels, conscious channels, singular channels like Bashar, one entity kind of idea, unconscious, that kind of thing. Abraham through Esther, and Abraham visits many other people as well. We understand that. But an open channel like Roxanne is, put out there before she came in. She wanted to experience this. This is one of her ideas of filling her soul's purpose, is to go ahead and allow whom and whoever wanted to come speak through her at any given moment and bring forth their perspective of all that is to the collective, and offering for them to perceive and choose their own idea of that, and let's say offering, and go about their nows. Now, in that idea, you get a phone call, and we're going to give you an aspect of outside of your higher self. You get a phone call. It is going to be usually through a familiar idea of at some point in your life you understand this idea of another entity. Whether it's a known one, much like Ra comes and visits with Roxanne, the Oversoul Collective Ra. But there's also parts of, let's say, to the collective unknown entities, much as Chidu from the Akume, who has not truly come through, has been, let's say, on council right here. When we, you've seen me break and talk, and the council that we have going on, feeling the collective vibrational in the moment idea. But in that fashion, not known to what you call the collective. But she's very familiar in that idea of that connection because it comes through in a word, in a, let's say, synchronistic moment, and that automatically, if you trust, is the connection to that entity. And if you allow yourself to let it flow through you, right past your filter of believing, perceiving filter, mind, then that will come through and that channeling will start as well. And this is the key factor. Remember this, remember this, remember this. It's your show. Do not judge it against another on how it should be. For many times, Roxanne was very fearful in that idea of it wasn't this or it wasn't that. And that's when, you know, why she, quote, let's call it, hired Hugh to come in and teach her and also understand, because Hugh is what you call a speaker and has been upon earth many, many lifetimes offering the idea behind the encompassing definition of speaker. Now, through that, he gave her understanding of delays so she wouldn't fear. And this was her way of understanding how to become a channeler with no fear. Therefore, more and more as time passes, validation always reflects back in the mirror because she is putting out love. And that's how it works. We've told you that before. So many people out there are wanting to channel their higher selves, and we would encourage you to, whenever you are in interaction and your thoughts are flowing, but you're putting up your umbrella because it's raining thoughts and you're fearful of what that might present to the world, that's you ready to channel. So the idea is close the umbrella and let it rain on you and flow that out to the collective in your individual offering to them to perceive more than, let's say, just the entity they've defined as you, but more of you, which is truly all that is. Now, if you have an idea that you are a channeler, then you are a channeler. Accept that and then watch it accelerate. Many, many, many people are channelers. We are going to make this in the idea. The human collective will give you this. The human collective overall psyche plan, if you will, and within all plans is unpredictability, so it's not set, so relax. So one of the plan's idea to get out there was to be a collective of channelers as commonplace, much like as, let's say, a business person. Anything like that. You're a channeler. They're like, oh, what do you do? I'm a channeler. Awesome. Who do you channel? Blah, blah, blah. And the conversation starts. That kind of idea. Not unknown to the masses. But the more of the masses become channelers, then the massive allows that because the vibrational intent with it is that of love. Therefore, they can look at it in two ways, fear or love. And if they are in the cusp of understanding what, let's say, they're awakening, understanding awakening moments in their life, synchronicities really hammering in them, and they're paying attention, part of that is an acceptability factor for that because there are comfort in numbers. So in that idea, when more and more people just channel, and there are many that will go out and do that and, let's say, break down the wall because they are, let's say, the fire signs, a lot of them, the bravest of the brave, but not like equating that to any kind of separation. But that's their choice. Everyone has an individual purpose for the overall collective to experience the ascension. But the ones that are going in this time, get out there, speak in public, no matter what they are, just flow it. And then if the vibration, you hear it? Vibration shifts, and then you know there's another entity within you, higher self maybe, or an outside, that automatically shifts. The idea here is to let it go. And then poof, you got Palea here, how are you? And you can automatically see that there's a different vibration within one split second because there is no time with this. It's just the connection factor. Get over it. Now, you can see how easily you can shift that idea. If you're paying attention through your moments of synchronistic trust and allowing more and more of you, let's say, the collective to become that of channeling, in whatever venue you choose to put it out there, then be so, and in that you will get more and more understandings of, let's say, all of a sudden you're like, who's that? And then you feel that energy come. It sinks into you. And that is your next idea of channeling, bringing forth that. Record it, videotape it, write it down. It does not matter. This is the collective giving back to the collective through this conduit, a higher excitement of a reality to perceive, that of channeling. Excellent. Any questions, anybody? Don't everyone talk at once.
No.
No? Well, we all good. Wonderful. Time, Rita?
15 minutes.
15 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. Actually, it's 6 minutes, but I like saying that. Wonderful. All right, we shall take a break and stand by. Yes, second half. Wonderful. We bid you a good moment. Oh, don't we? Cool. So I guess we all want a channel, right? Yay. We'll have like channel parties. Get in pajamas and we're all not really ourselves, you know? And we're all just sitting around. It's like, hey, bitch, what's up? It's like, I don't know, you going, bitch? You know, and just like have a pajama party. Guys, I'm not invited. Y'all go and have your man cave party. Love you all. We'll talk to you in a minute. Mwah. Bye.